Again, good day to everyone, and welcome to this, the ultimate FinTech Forum. I love whenever you, market the sessions, the ultimate. So as if it's of course, definitely we are grateful to both Rebecca and Richard for curating very, high quality sessions, especially for our participants. So we are currently in the era of fast, easy, and convenient, a time when we can no longer imagine life without a reliable internet connection. Prior to this digital era, however, almost all of us live a life where we had to sweat to make extra. For example, professionals in their 30s back then, I think, do you remember waiting minutes just for your browser to load, or even just setting up your dial-up internet? Of course, I think PLDT is a sponsor here, right? So we had our dial-up internet connections before. Well, it seems like ages ago when we'd have to run to the nearest ATM when we ran out of cash at the checkout counter. Maybe you also keep stacks of prepaid cards for phone emergencies. Do you remember needing a special type of phone and paying extra charges just to talk to relatives in the US? Ito yung charge or collect, di ba? Remember that? Parang giveaway na age ko. So, Abby, kasama ka doon, ha? It seems like just yesterday that we would have to allocate a large chunk of our day just to accommodate a trip to the bank, not knowing how long our over-the-counter transactions would take. These memories, although maybe hazy, are pivotal in realizing the progress we have all made today. Some might think, what's the point of reminiscing? To be frank, we need to. The memories of the past remind us how far we have made it as a community of visionaries. Let the past humble us in the present and inspire us for the future. What was impossible just a decade ago has become the norm in several countries around the world. The past is what made us who we are all today. In this age of technology, our smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and even smart home appliances have made our lives easier, or what we call the IoTs, more convenient and seamless. Digital innovations have given us more time, energy, and headspace to spend time doing what we like with who we love. While these objects have connected us and removed us from many burdens, there is still a lot of potential to be unlocked. These benefits, unfortunately, are still not accessible to a large majority in the Philippines. The millions of unbanked and underserved Filipinos who live in far-flung, geographically disadvantaged areas, and some would be conflict areas, are yet to even have reliable digital infrastructure, such as internet connectivity. Our memories back then are their realities until now. Hence, many financial and livelihood opportunities are deprived of those who need them the most to survive and provide for their families. We need to include everyone in our vision of a financially inclusive ecosystem. This is the future of finance. A digitally forward, cash-light society where no one is left behind. This starts by granting equal access to the following opportunities. Number one, secure and reliable digital payments infrastructure, and thanks to the eGov and e-payments initiatives of the ICT led by no less than USEC Dave Almirol. And in fact, I'm one of those happy customers, happy Filipinos, whenever we go back to Philippines. Remember that, that pain that we have to go through of having to download that One Health Pass. And apparently there's also a fake One Health Pass who's charging you $100. Apparently, when I texted Secretary Galvez then, he said, Lito, don't click that because it's bogus. But yet, how many Filipinos would be able to determine or distinguish which is real and which is not? And again, thanks to Yusek Almirol for pushing for all of these enhancements and innovations. Number 2 is accessible and safe credit facilities. And number 3 is reach a growing digital consumer base. If you look at things at a bigger scale, we are losing a lot of growth as a country as millions remain to live undigital and unbanked. Digital payments is not only the future, but it is now the way of life. The ambitious vision of the BSP, which was also mentioned by our friend Abby here, to digitalize the whole country in 2019 made this possible. That was actually the vision of then Governor Tetanco and also the late Governor Nesting Espinilla, which was also pushed and promoted by then Governor Diokno, now Secretary Diokno, and the present or incumbent BSP Governor Philip Medalla. The majority of us live in highly urbanized areas where the use of an ATM card or a digital bank is our nature. However, many Filipinos in provincial and remote areas are yet to be banked digitally. We want to change that. In 2020, the Philippines' first and only multilingual financial inclusion mobile app in Taglish and Cebuano languages was launched. Actually, we're one of the, I think, the only institution, the only organization to even launch a product at the height of the lockdown in July 2020. And this is the award-winning RCBC Discartec. Filipinos can now enjoy world-class banking services with one tap. Zero initial deposit, zero maintaining balance, zero queues, and zero dormancy fees. With just one government-issued ID and a simple onboarding process, more Filipinos are convinced to join RCBC Discartec and be a part of the formal financial ecosystem and earn 6.5% interest annually without any conditions or no fine prints. How is a financially inclusive digital bank pointing us to the future? RCBC Discartec became pivotal in bringing digital finance in historically neglected areas, emphasizing that the future can only be truly digital if all Filipinos are part of the journey. Through enriched partnerships with government agencies and LGUs, RCBC Discartec has customers and transactions across all 82 provinces, and 8 out of 10 RCBC Discartec users reside in the provinces. For the first time, Filipinos in the provincial and remote areas have financial choices, granting them for the first time an important sense of financial empowerment. From the comforts of their home, they can deposit, withdraw and transfer money, and they can finally protect their families through insurance and telemedicine options in the app. Business can expand in the provinces as well. And I think one thing that is also critical here that I would like to point out is while 8 out of 10 would be residing in the provinces or outside Metro Manila, 65% would be women and about 70% would be millennials or Gen Zers. So users can only say goodbye to travel time and long lines in payment centers as bills can be settled through the app, and relatives of our OFWs can finally receive their remittances through the app. The most remarkable initiative of RCBC Discartec is to make formal credit available to all Filipinos. In the past, our parents relied on informal debt system manned by loan sharks. Worst of all, we borrowed from our relatives which compromise familial ties. In fact, Philippines is one of the highest, if not the highest, globally when it comes to citizens borrowing from their family and relatives. No? For the majority of Filipinos, the absence of any financial product meant they had no credit rating. RCBC Discartec enables its users to have a credit score. Through what we call Discartec Score, users can now see if they are eligible for affordable loans through the app. As the hashtag app ng masa or the app for the mass market, we enable our very own Discartec loan which allows every user to avail of a quick cash loan for emergency needs via RCBC itself. RCBC is also the first Philippine bank to offer a loans marketplace inside an app, providing consumers with various credit options that include agri, auto loans, doctor's loan, motorcycle, and even negosyo or business loan through our third-party lending partners. Why is this important? Credit gives people leverage. And for the first time, Filipinos who were financially excluded can now have an extra tool for their personal success. Filipinos can loan as small as 500, 1,000, or as much as 5 million pesos. So from nano to micro to SME loans, allowing farmers to purchase equipment, fertilizers, and seeds without being burdened by debts from loan sharks. Commuting is now easier because of a new motorcycle or car, and businesses can expand in the provinces. Credit mobilizes people and makes their dreams a reality. But credit is not the only way that businesses can grow with RCBC Discartec. We took the challenge of helping micro and small enterprises be the leaders of digitalization in their space. Through the RCBC Negosyante program, verified business owners can additionally earn as much as 10,000 pesos monthly. How can a digital app be a stepping stone for businesses? Businesses earn through facilitating deposits and withdrawals, or what we commonly know as cash in or cash out, bills payment, load transactions, opening of new accounts, and purchase of insurance or telemedicine. For every successful transaction, business owners earn a minimum of 20 pesos to 50 pesos. These exclusive benefits and incentives are only available to verified business owners. RCBC Negosyante is pointing the direction of our current digitalization sojourn. Making digital finance work for everyday Filipinos is the way to go. By making our partner merchants in the provinces and remote areas facilitate digital transactions, more Filipinos become attracted to digital. Filipinos invest their trust in people and businesses they know and are familiar with. If they trust these merchants, they can trust digital products such as the RCBC Discartec. It is more than just a standalone digital banking app. It is supported by a range of innovative products and services that are tailored to meet the changing needs of customers in today's fast-paced world. RCBC ATM Go is the country's first neighborhood handheld mobile automated teller machine in the Philippines, making banking even more accessible and convenient for customers. The bank-agnostic RCBC ATM Go, which accepts cardless withdrawals and any bank-issued prepaid debit or ATM card, has the most extensive reach in the country, covering all 82 provinces nationwide. Social initiatives like aid disbursements are an important part of our business strategy, which supports the development needs of society in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, and we aim to increase awareness and address environmental and social issues within the organization, with clients, and in the communities that we serve through sustainable practices, no matter the circumstances. The pandemic, as life-altering as it was, did not stop us from doing our job. We continue to support the national government as one of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino of 4-piece disbursements channels through ATM Go. Over 60% of our financial transactions facilitated by RCBC ATM Go are cash withdrawals from 4-piece household beneficiaries through our merchant partners nationwide. Since the pandemic, RCBC and our partners have served 7 million households to disperse a total of 25 billion pesos. In addition, RCBC has recently launched a cutting-edge phygital or physical digital blended banking experience, which we call RCBC Manibela, Barangayan Banking. This service allows RCBC to extend its reach to more Filipinos, regardless of their location. With Manibela, RCBC is breaking new ground by demonstrating that it is the bank that should be reaching out further and farther to customers, rather than the other way around. We can see that our efforts in the past are bearing fruits. Assessing where we were and where we are now is valuable. RCBC Discartec's story is a compelling example that moving forward also means moving upward. Digital finance should not only make financial services accessible, but it should also make financial empowerment the norm in society. Unlike our physical spaces, which can be restricted and limited, our growing digital economy is without borders. Every single Filipino should be included. As our RCBC President CEO Eugene Acevedo said, and I quote, "We must continue to work hard and smart to accelerate our transformation journey. Delivering best-in-class customer experience remains our main thrust." Eugene, myself, and the entire team RCBC are just as excited to develop more digital innovations and disruptive solutions that can reshape the way we do banking. Of course, Grover is one of our partners in pushing for massive digitalization in the organization. We will continue to solidify or solidly anchor in our services on our company's purpose, to empower individuals, to enable enterprises, and to engage regulators through human-centric, demand-driven, and mobile-first digital financial innovations. We promise to expand digital access to finance for every Filipino by building a massive ecosystem of sustainable, impactful, and inclusive digital finance solutions. Started from dial-up, and now we're here. The visionaries of the future back then already believed that the internet would democratize our world. RCBC's life-enabling services have plotted the Philippines on the map of the most innovative champions of inclusive finance, because we immerse, we understand, we innovate. This is a strength of RCBC, to innovate with empathy, which allowed our bank to be the undisputed and award-winning challenger bank of the country, bagging more than 70 awards during the pandemic, including being the Philippines' best bank for digital by Asia Money for 3 consecutive years. And this is aside from the back-to-back wins for Best Financial Inclusion App by the Asian Bankers Financial Technology Innovations Awards, and the YouTube Challenger Award, which is also a first for a Philippine bank, for its viral and out-of-the-box digital ad campaigns, generating combined views of over 17 million. With all of these feats, RCBC is now the fastest growing private universal bank in the country. In over just a year, we have leaped from 8th to 5th place in terms of assets, cementing our position as the most innovative, customer-centric, and forward-looking bank. In the own words of BSP Governor Felipe Medalla, and I quote, "If there's any bank that embodies the goal of bringing BSP closer to the people, it is RCBC. RCBC deserves all the honors that it is getting for combining old ideas like cash-led banking with digital," unquote. Together, we are seeing the growth of the digital space with our very own eyes. As a collective, we've seen what digital can do for our people. But to see is not enough. We need to act. Our dreams of a financially empowered world, when translated into action, is what the future of finance looks like. And that is what RCBC and Discartec are all about: elevating livelihoods and lives through the power of digital. Mabuhay at marami pong salamat.